Okay, so guys, am I audible properly without any disturbance?
हाँ यार राघव
Perfect. Okay, so today let's revise the last couple of classes and then we'll further proceed. So before to that, let's understand. So, what is the physical? I mean, we were discussing mainly on like understand because when you are going into the networking field, when you are going into the security field, when you are becoming a SOC engineer, you might be um, having a chance in working with respect to various application servers, or you might be having an opportunity to work with different kind of networking devices. So, our principal motive in understanding these layers is when you go and see some logs which are related to uh, say some switch or firewall or some router or from some application layer, I mean application server. Okay, you shouldn't be in a position where you like that doesn't know you doesn't know about what kind of devices are these, why we have these, what I should check inside that. So that is the reason the basics should be strong. So let's see that. So guys, as I said, this is a logical representation. Okay, logical representation of any networking. Logical representation, why I'm telling, in real world, all these three things, application, presentation, and session are in one single layer. Like when you launch a browser and if you enter www.google.com or flipkart.com or any website, these three things will take care of whatever you entered. The browser will take care. Some application like BlueJeans application will take care of remaining things like application layer, presentation layer, session layer. All those things will be taken care by the application itself, like presentation task and the session layer task, both will be taken care by this. And transport layer, okay, it's very good like for any kind of data you are transmitting in between the client and server. Okay, there should be a way of communication should be happening in the sense, boss, I know what is your capacity, I know what is my capacity. Let's do one thing, let's have an understanding in between you and me in way how we are going to send and receive the data. So that's the way you send and receive the data, the transport of the data, right? Those terms and conditions will be discussed using the transport layer. Okay, so we have discussed about the transport layer. Okay, guys, what are the different how the data transmission happens in TCP and how the data transmission happens using UDP. Okay, the TCP, first what it will do, okay, when application layer, if you enter www.google.com, if you want to have a communication to establish with this particular server, so before your request goes, okay, there should be some kind of link has to be established that is in between your client and server. Okay, so what it will do first, boss, I would like to have synchronization, means I would like to have a connection with you. Okay, by sending a SYN message. If you go through the last week videos, if you haven't, better go through that. And it was crystal clearly explained that why you need SYN. Okay, so then you will be the server will be, this is the client and this is the server. Okay, and the server will be sending a response called as SYN-ACK that says that, boss, you have asked me for a connection request. Means I am the server, you are asking me to connect to me. Maybe you might be trying to ask me some web page, or maybe you might be trying to ask me some YouTube, or you might be asking me, I'm a BlueJeans server, you want to have a connection with me so that you can communicate with your trainer or your team members or something like that. So this is like I have received that acknowledgement that you have, I mean, like, you have requested me, right? See, this is my response. Oh, then you come to know that, okay, my SYN request is actually reached. So that's the reason I have SYN-ACK, means, oh, the server has actually received my this request for my SYN request, what I was sent. The server has done an acknowledgement. So there should be a way that you have to communicate this, that this particular message is also received by the, so that means that oh, in between us, the connection is really good. So we can go for the communication from now on. Okay. So what it does, the client will be sending the acknowledgement saying that, boss, I have received this particular thing. Okay. So this is, then after that, they start doing the, they'll have the communication in between. Like whatever the request you send, like get request or post request, whatever it is. Okay, means like whatever the web page you are asking, then you ask. Before to that, you should establish the connection. Then your Google request will be going to the server. Okay, so that is the important thing you have to remember. This is the data transmission. Okay, in between the client and server. Okay, so at least first. Now you made a connection that's really fair and good, but you have done all your work. Okay, like you have a fan, it's switched on, it did a purpose for you. When you are leaving out of the room, which one will be good? To turn off the fan is good, or you just letting it like that and moving out of the room is better? It's turning off the fan is better thing because no one is there in the room. So we can go ahead with turning off the fan. So same way, the connection in between the client and server is really went well, and you have a data transmission like whatever your request you send, they have sent you web page or whatever the communication which we are doing, the data transmission is still happening in between you and me. But maybe at the end of the time, okay, either you might going to stop by clicking the close button, or I might going to close from my side, irrespective of it. Okay, so if someone, anyone, it can be a server or it can be a client, if whoever interested to send disconnection request, that is called as pin, pin, that is called as finish the connection. So for the response, other system will say, "Ack." By that time, this guy is least bothered about understanding this and everything because I have disconnected. Why not? But if you are like, at least you'll, this guy's main responsibility, I would like to send it, whether you listen to it or not. So this guy will send it, the server. Okay, it can be anyways. Server might be sending fin request, and client might be sending ACK because you might be downloading the data from the server. So if there are, say, for example, 10 packets are there, first packet sent, second packet sent, like that, 10 packets sent. Okay, you know that all the packets are sent. Now the server might be sending a finish request to the client saying that let's have all the data you have received, right? Why you should have the connection with you? Because I have to
Sir,
serve
I'm
a lot
not
of
able to see
people.
your screen, sir. Sorry for disturbing. I'm not able to
None of
see
you
your screen,
guys?
sir.
Okay, sorry guys. Okay, now you should be. Okay,
Yes,
now you should be. Okay,
yes, sir. Yes,
sorry
sir. Sure.
guys. That's the problem. You guys, if you are not seeing anything, you should ask me immediately. Okay, not a problem. Let's see. Okay, so this is this is what it happens in the real world. Okay, or in the protocol based. Okay, there could be some reasons that you might be resetting the connection. Okay, maybe like for some time you had a communication, and then after that you might be trying to send a reset. Okay, reset, that is re reset, correct, right? So this reset, it'll be a kind of request which it will be going from the client to server or server to the client, and for the same acknowledgement. These things, fin ack sorry fin reset will happen. Okay, will happen only after data transmission, in between, either partially or fully or anytime someone wants to disconnect. Okay, but someone wants to re-establish, okay, the connections. So these things will be taken care okay, during that time. So this is about the transport layer protocol, okay, from the TCP side. And you have UDP. Okay, why we need this and why we need this? TCP is connection oriented. Connection oriented. Why we have the connection oriented and why we have connection less. See, there could be a reason. You might be required, like some locations, for every packet you send from to the other system. Okay, until unless if you receive a confirmation from the other side that definitely I have received your first packet, whatever you sent. Okay, now please send me the next packet. That kind of confirmation is required. Sorry, guys. Then that is called as connection oriented. Okay, for that, what you need? You need acknowledgements. The request you send, you receive an acknowledgement. Data also the same thing. Some data it will be sending and it will be receiving. Some data it will be sending. Server will be sending some data. Okay, client will be sending some acknowledgement that it received. Then server will be sending data and client will be sending the acknowledgement. This happens again and again and again and again. Okay, so until the entire data gets over. Once the server or client will come to know that all the data it has to receive or all the data it has to send, then they will go for the fin and FINAX. The fin and ACK or reset or ACK, something, depending upon the termination of the connection. Okay, remember guys, this connection oriented means you are establishing the connection. But whereas in UDP, there is no connection establishments. Directly this thing happens. Either someone whoever is sending the data to systems, PC1 and PC2, it can be a client server or whatever you say. Okay, you ask for a request and there will be continuous transmission of data. Okay, so this is a server. From server you will receive, right? You ask for send me this data. Whether you are listening or not, it will be least bothered. It will be keep sending the data to the client. Okay, where we are going to use this and where we are going to use this. Okay, here no acknowledgement. If you see here, no acknowledgement, no ACK. Okay, for the data whatever you received, for the connections what you made. Okay, example I'm just giving. Okay, there is no, for here for this data you will have, for every request you will have an acknowledgement. For every data you received, you have to tell the server that I have received the data. I have received the data for every packet. Okay, but here no, for this it is not required. TCP is connection oriented because it is a acknowledgement based communication. This is not an acknowledgement based connection. That's why it is connection less. Okay, so by far you'll use TCP like you're downloading some data, browsing. Okay, you're chatting with your friends, you are having some kind of connections to be established with when you are logging in, all these things. Okay, all these things are called as TCP oriented. Okay, the data I'm talking about, the data, what maybe you, while you are logging into the blue jeans, you might be using TCP, but your data, whatever you are communicating with me or I am communicating with you, is transmitted over UDP. I'm talking precisely that data, whatever I'm talking to you guys, is transmitting through UDP protocol. Okay, is it clear till now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everyone?
Yeah.
Shrikant, clear?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Brinda, is it clear for you? Because today, like you are going through the videos now. Today you joined
Yeah, it's clear.
these things. It's at least you are able to cope up, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Okay. So these are the two protocols. Okay. So when I am doing any communication, one thing you have to remember: remove this particular confusion from your point. You launched a web browser and you entered www.google.com. Okay, and the data has to send to through our PC, right? That means different layers. This is application layer. presentation layer, session layer, it has to go through transport layer, correct, right? So each layer will do its own task. It takes the data from the top layer, it puts its task over there. What it has done, that particular information, they will add some information to it. Okay, then session layer it takes and adds its own information to it. This is the data from the application, means complete data, whatever you have received from the application layer, and presentation layer will put presentation layer information. These are called as headers. Okay, and this entire data, okay, this entire data will be kept as presentation data, means which include application layer data and presentation layer data. Presentation layer data, okay, it will put session layer, puts session layer headers. Okay, we'll be focusing on these things for certain extent today. Okay, I don't want to confuse you guys. Later point of time during when we are learning the attacks and all, you will get more better picture. But I would like to introduce you guys to these application layer protocols. Okay, this entire session layer will give data to the transport layer. And transport, what it will do? This is the session layer data. Session layer data, which is received by transport, will have data from the application, data from the presentation, the data from the session layer. All the data is there at the transport layer. So to transmit the data, whatever it is from here to the transport, okay, it can be sent over TCP or UDP. If any packet is moving out of your system, it can be a TCP or UDP. If I'm using the browser, okay, and I have established a connection, between the client and server. We had an agreement how we are going to send the data. Now I cannot say in between, for 2 minutes I have sent the data on TCP. From now on, I'll send it on UDP. Is it okay? No, that kind of communication is not going to happen. When you start the communication, you have decided what protocol you have to use. Okay, based on that, you send and receive the data. Okay, that protocol only until this connection dies, right? Either you finish it or other person finishes it, right? When they send it, they will use TCP or UDP. In this google.com thing, it will be TCP. If it is BlueJeans voice transmission is happening, okay, that time UDP. Because the connectionless UDP, why we use is, if you don't wait for something, acknowledgement if you send, the next my voice, whatever it has to reach, it gets delayed and it will be annoying to the other person. Okay, so that is the reason we don't use TCP for real-time communication. You are playing the game, okay, you are playing a multiplayer game online. You use TCP or UDP for that kind of applications?
UDP, sir.
Yes, because delay should not be there, lagging should not be there. Okay, if you use that, other persons, which location you are standing, maybe you are moving here and all, like that jerks you'll be able to see. Means some loss of data, other person, you are moving in the game, real-time game. Okay, you are moving, right? Your opponent, where he is moving, might be like here and there, jerks will be there. But you know exactly at that moment where that guy is there. Okay, these PUBG games and all, or whatever the data they are transmitting, right? They are transmitting over UDP, but making the players to bring into the game, okay, and making you like all the applications like your guns, bags, everything, all those things coming into the phone, okay, all those things, assets coming and all happens over TCP. Because if player itself doesn't come into the game, example, so how come you can play the game? Correct, right? So bringing the players into the game and everything happens over TCP. But the real-time transmission is there, right? Where your current location, where is the your opponent current location? That kind of data transmission between all the player, right? That is because of the UDP, real-time transmission. Okay, will be taken care by the UDP, TCP. Okay. Okay. I should stop switching the screens. I should better use this. Okay, let me show you guys here. This one. Okay. TCP header. Just okay. Remember this, guys. It is nothing but I have source port and destination port. What is the source port? Okay. As soon as when you send the data from, like, I want to connect google.com. Okay. The presentation layer has done its work. Session layer has done its work. Okay. Now transport layer has to take care. So transport layer, what it will do? It will have some pipes. Okay. This is TCP pipes and UDP pipes. Depending upon the type of application. Say this is a browser. You have one browser, two browsers, three browser, four tabs you have opened. Okay. The first tab might be using this port. Second tab might be using another port, another pipe for sending the data, because when you send the data from this tab, it will go get into this tunnel. Okay. And it is connected to the TCP. TCP will put all this information, whatever it is here, right? Okay. All this information, source port, destination port, sequence number, acknowledgement. Okay. All this information. Guys, if you haven't seen these videos, please go through the last week video. We have clearly explained what it is. Okay, you will easily understand. No need to worry about it. Okay, so this tunnel will receive, I mean, through this tunnel, this will receive and it will be given to the next layer, network layer. Okay, then what it is? Data link layer, and then presentation layer, and the data will go to the your home router, and then it will go to the other router or something into in the internet, and it will go to the other system. Okay, so the whatever you have requested, the Google web page server has actually the Google page request as the server has received. This is the server system, and server will be sending same whatever here you have sent from this particular pipe, right? Here also they will be having the pipe. So what you are mentioning is from which pipe it has come is called as source port. They will say these pipe numbers are ports. This is called as source port. Source means the system where it is generating the request. This will have one number. Okay, this will have one number. This will have one number. So how many TCP pipes we will have and how many UDP pipes we will have? Okay, that is, you see here, it is 16 bits. Destination is 16 bits. Okay, you can have 2 to the power of 15, that is 0 to, I mean, like 0, 1, 2, 3, like that. This will be 65,536. Okay, pipes you have in your system. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like that. 35, 65,000. So many pipes are. Means one pipe, if it goes for this, one other pipe, it will go for this, another pipe, it will go for this, like that. TCP, you have 65,000. Same way, UDP also, you have so many number of pipes. Okay, 0 to 65,536 TCP ports and UDP ports. Okay, but any packet, if it comes from the top layer, okay, it will be putting, okay, boss, I am bringing that this data is from TCP. Okay, before it gives to the network layer, I am coming from this, that is TCP. Oh, you belongs to TCP means definitely you will be having this kind of all information to be required. Okay, okay. What is the source port? You might be saying 25,530. Example I'm just giving. Server port, server, always remember guys, web servers will be listening at, okay, these points will be to the world, whatever the port numbers in web servers, the browser will automatically put. Our browser will put, oh, you want a web request? Then the port number is 80 for that destination, because the client only decides what might be server port. If it is a browser and if it is not, they will be telling you, right? If it is HTTP request like this lock symbol is there, okay, you have a port number called as 443. If that kind of lock means that is HTTPS traffic. Okay. If there is no lock, it is then HTTP only. It is not secured. That's why your banking information, when you are logging into your system, you have to make sure that lock symbol is there or not anytime. Okay. Even though name looks to be the same, almost, but okay. Give me a second, yes. Okay. Um, but uh, give me a second. Okay. Um, okay. So what I'm saying is, let me clarify this particular thing. Okay. Sorry, as these calls, they will necessarily disturb. I think I have. Okay. Fine. So this TCP, if you are this particular browser, if you are tab you have opened in your Chrome and you are entered google.com, this data will go through TCP. Now BlueJeans app you have opened. Okay, BlueJeans app you have opened. Okay, and you are communicating with me. That data will go through UDP port. Okay, so this data, whatever it is, the packet, it is going to the other system. Okay, which will be having like, say for example, this is one application. This application, let me show you guys here. What it is, Wireshark. What port it might be using? Let's revise that particular thing also. This is called as Wireshark, a simple networking tool. Anyone can install it, and you can get better knowledge if you go through this. Even I learned a lot of things because of this. Okay, so this is a UDP protocol. Okay, and see, application, whatever the BlueJeans data, whatever it is going, it is going through my application. My application to the transport layer, it is going to through 5781 port. Okay, the destination, my server is listening at 5000 port. You know why it is? Okay, if the other system, okay, if the other system, once if it has to send your data when you are talking to me, right? Okay, it will come to know that I am listening over here on this 57. Someone now talk. Someone hi or something. I don't think we'll be able to make it out. Okay, no.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, some things I don't know how to. We cannot extract it. But remember that even if there is any change, because I just thought of showing you different kind of what do you say, the port numbers. Is there anything is there or not? Okay, you see, you see the server, uh, UDP server. Okay, let me see. What is the source port? Some voice, whatever it is coming from your guys, 5000. Now the destination port might have received at where? Give me a second. Oh, let me stop this right. Yes, better. Okay. Okay. 575781. maybe some noise I might be receiving from you guys, like um, uh, someone like on not on mute or something like that. I am receiving the UDP data now. Okay, where I am listening. See, when I am communicating with you guys, I am communicating uh, to the server. Server is sending data to all you guys. Okay, so this is a server port. Okay, source is this one from where I am sending. When from some server side, if I am getting some data, means some of you guys are not on mute, their data is coming from here. Okay, I am receiving on which port? Same 5751. See, 5781 is there. Listening might be happening on other port. Okay, on another port, one more pipe I have extra where your voice are coming there. Every time when you send the data, I might have established boss server. Please send whatever they are talking, right, on 5751. Whatever I send the data, right, to them, 575 5758.
5-1.
If it's no, whatever you are sending to me, 51. Okay,
Okay,
on
okay.
my port, I have two pipes kept. Listening, I am doing on listening on 578 5751. Listening, I am listening. I am listening. Okay, I am listening means my data UDP. I am receiving the data from you guys, whatever you speak. Okay, I am sending my voice to the server. To the server only. I received the data from server and I'm sending the data to the server. 5781 I am sending. Okay, so source and destination ports are important. Guys, if you are not clear with, like today, if some people like not last week, by because of some some their issues or anything personal things, if they have not attended, I would request them to go through the TCP and UDP related things. Okay, and then this will be taken and given whatever the packet. Okay, source port, destination port, and all the flags, sequence numbers as we discussed yesterday, it will be added to one thing. Don't get scared, you guys. Okay, and that it will have added to the network layer, and network layer will put the data of what is this system's IP address, what is the other system's IP address. Okay, other system's IP address you will come to know using DNS. Someone application is there. This is an application. HTTP is also one application layer protocol.
Hi Raghav.
Yeah, go ahead.
So Raghav, you said that when I'm talking, the data should be going to the BlueJeans server, and
Yes,
from there it should be coming to you.
yes.
So at the server, this port that you have just mentioned, these are the ports at your system, not at the server, right?
Yes, correct. See, I will have, if my system is, any system is capable of TCP, UDP. Correct, right?
Right.
Any system. Okay. Now, first connection establishment, everything has to happen. Correct, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. First thing first. Okay. Let me just reduce this. Okay. Let me open this. This is a better. Okay. Now let me open this. Okay. Let me keep it over here. Yeah. Fantastic. I got this thing is important for any of you guys. Okay. Maybe this might require little explanation. Let us do that. Guys, where you will enter the request, which channel location we can enter request, which channel applications you use every day. Give me some applications.
YouTube, Google, Chrome,
Browser, you should say
browser.
browser. Okay. Very good. YouTube is there. If it is taken from the phone. Okay. Correct, right? Phone YouTube
Yes.
app is there, right? Okay. Then what else?
WhatsApp.
Okay,
WhatsApp,
WhatsApp. Okay,
Telegram.
very good. Okay, Telegram. Okay, yeah. Okay. Any other?
Yes, Chrome.
LinkedIn.
Skype, BlueJeans. Okay. Same applications. Can you install? Yeah, LinkedIn. Okay. Same applications can you install in PC or not? First of all, you tell me.
Yes, it can be done, but
You
for
can
that the
use,
software is
correct, right?
Yeah, through
Okay.
browser.
Browser. Okay. Browser you take. Okay. Now, browser you take. Okay. You can YouTube, what is this?
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn, Telegram, Skype, anything you can use browser also. Some of them you can use application also. Okay. Application also. This is BlueJeans app. This is Telegram app. If you see, this is a Telegram app. Okay. This is the BlueJeans app. Okay. And if you see, there is some other applications. Okay. Maybe I might be using torrents. Okay. This is a torrent. Torrent means some like what is it, some software where you can actually peers you can communicate who are sending the data, which is a network application. Is it only one browser? I might be having multiple browsers. Correct, right? Okay. Irrespective whether the data is coming from here, Telegram, anywhere. Okay. I have a big slab I've kept. Okay. A big slab I've kept. So now it has to choose either it is TCP or UDP. Okay. Now, first of all, what we'll be putting is let's create some pipes from here to just keep it like this. That's it. Whoever uses it later, we will see. These are the pipes. Okay. These are the different pipes. Okay. How many of these pipes we have?
65,536.
Perfect. This will be an interview question. Remember that. Okay. This it will be how many types of TCP. If he is very good at some concepts like networking and all, they might ask. Predominantly, like some port numbers, which we'll be discussing it today. Okay. So, later point of time. But just remember, these are the different ports. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like that, 65,000 ports we have. 65,536 ports we have. Okay. These are TCP pipes we have. UDP. Okay. Same way. No difference. Every system, either it is a server or it is a PC or it is a mobile or it can be any BlackBerry device or anything wherever, like old phones which are having GPRS based communication will also have these things. 0
So,
to 65,536. Yeah, go ahead.
okay, both are having the same limit. I thought they are
Yes.
divided.
Yeah, both are having. Why I'll tell you. See this. Source port, destination port. Correct, right? Let us see
Yes.
UDP how it looks. UDP packet. UDP packet. UDP protocol. UDP, you are not doing any acknowledgement, right? That's why you have source port, which is 2 bytes. Correct, right?
Okay.
Correct, right? Which is 2 bytes. Show you here. 2 bytes means 8 bits is equal to 1 byte. Okay. Now let us see. Here source port, how many bits are there? 16 bits means how many
16 bits.
bytes? How many bytes? 2 bytes. Correct, right?
Sorry, 2
Either
bytes.
TCP is also 2 bytes only. UDP also
2
2
bytes.
bytes only source. TCP also destination 2 bytes only. UDP also destination 2 bytes. But you are making the connection, you are sending acknowledgement, you are sending lot of information. Where in TCP, UDP, nothing. You just stream the data. boss, this is the destination port, I am sending the data. Whether you listen to it or not, I'm least bothered. This amount of data I'm sending, make sure like whatever the data you received is no one has actually modified it. For that sake, you have checksum. Okay. This we have discussed in the previous classes. Okay. So that's why this entire thing, whatever you have, is very small size compared to so much information. Okay. These things as a SOC point, not required. But if you want to become an expert in the SOC, if you want to become in SIM, when someone gives you logs without fearing, if you want to just investigate the things, if you have knowledge on this, that will be very good. Okay. So now that is the reason you take TCP or UDP. Example, BlueJeans application. What it is? Source port, which you are connecting is source port you will be connecting now. Application is sending the data. Now, say you have done BlueJeans connection, you established using TCP. Okay, fine. Okay, you got some response. Now let's transmit the data. Okay, that time you will choose transmitting the data. You will choose data. Okay, you will use some UDP protocol. So now what you will do? You will be sending the data here, right? Okay, you will choose this. What you will do? UDP data. I mean, like this is for connection establishment. You have used it, BlueJeans. Okay, and everything. The server said, okay, now let's start communicating in between us. Okay, now what you will do? You will be communicating from the BlueJeans itself. All your voice data will be going through 5000. Okay, 500 and what is a port number, guys? This is a 5781. In between, some our server also it will be doing some connections, like my connection is active or not. Okay, it will be checking with the servers in between, like this. This is from server you have got. Okay, yes, you are sending. Yeah, you are sending here. See, 5141 all TCP, all your connection. Boss, I am active, I am active, I am active, you are telling, but you are sending voice data in different way. Okay, that is this one. Okay, your connection related data is going 5000.
Raghav, actually, my question was like between you and me, the data first must be going through the server only. So, at what port the server is receiving the data? Is it the same port that you are receiving at, or is it the different port?
Okay, this is a client, this is server. I am putting two addresses, port numbers, right? This port, whatever the port number, source port is the port number which I have chosen to send the data, will be this one. Okay, the destination port application, or whoever the application or BlueJeans has told, okay, you have to send your to connect to this particular connection related information. Server will be listening on some port. Okay, this port, whatever it will be. Say for example, this is a 5000. It is listening on 5000 port. Okay, 5000 port it is listening. Okay, server. This is a source port, that is a 5400 something. Example, just listen. Okay, so now you know application has taken some random port, this one, and destination port application knows that it will be working on 5000. So you will put 5000, 5400. Okay, now you will be sending the data, and other system transport receives it. Okay, it opens it, and in the destination port it knows that it is on 5000. Okay, so it will connect to that 5000 port and send that data. Okay, here. Okay, now when it is sending data back, your voice or my voice or something like that, right? So it will be, say for example, your voice I am listening on some port. For example, I'm just telling. Okay, so here only this data only, this is responding, server is responding. Forget about listening and all, server is responding. Now what it will do, it has to create, send and receive. So what it will do, who is sending? From 5000 it is sending. To whom it is sending? 5400. 5400, and it will be sent. and in the same pipe 5400 it will receive it to him, because in the destination it is done 5400. Oh, in my system, I am the destination now, 5400. Is it clear now?
Okay. So this is coming from the server, BlueJeans server.
Yes, BlueJeans server. Okay.
And from the
You guys
BlueJeans
might be
server,
getting the data from BlueJeans server. My voice. You might be having different port numbers. Okay, source port, destination port. But server might be 5000. Source port might be different. Source port might be different. Source port might be different. Okay.
okay.
Okay. That is the thing. Okay. So don't get confused. Slowly you will come to know about it when you are going through some logs, right? So this much complex will also won't be there. Okay. But for that, you guys have to, at least some basics you have to go through. Okay. Last class, at this class, that is the reason why I'm just explaining you guys, because this has to be, many of us are not technical guys. So that is the reason I'll be explaining you multiple times these things. Okay. Hmm? Okay, fine. Let's come down. Okay. So forget about lower layers. Okay. Now we are discussing about something very important, which is application layer. Okay. Yes. You see, we have mobile, as we have seen. So many applications are there, right? So many applications. You see, in a mobile, whichever it uses internet, whichever it uses internet. Okay, it uses some protocol for communicating with the what? If it is a Google Drive app, if it is a YouTube app, so Google server, it has to go and connect with the Google server. Okay. If it is a BlueJeans app, it has to go and communicate with the this thing. Okay. Remember, any application which uses internet, even if it is a game or anything, okay, it uses some application protocol. Like you have transport, you have TCP, UDP, right? For application is also we have some kind of protocols. What are different kinds of applications? You might be sending some file, for that file transfer protocol. You might be launching the browser and sending some data, that is called as HTTP data or
HTTP.
HTTPS data. Okay, you might be like what else?
SSH.
Yes, you want to communicate some server, okay, from your PC. Okay, some Linux machine is there. Okay, some Linux server is there. Example, I'm just giving. Okay, if you want to connect, okay, to this machine, you might be using SSH protocol to, like, kind of username and password kind of things. You are using SSH protocol securely. You will be able to have establishing the connection in between those. So that is also an application. Okay, TCP, HTTP, HTTPS, SSH, DNS means you entered google.com. Do you know where this server is present? You don't know, because servers, internet, okay, entire internet, whatever the communication happens, okay, these are all routers. Internet means so many routers will be there. Okay, so how they communicate? They communicate using IP address. That is like this, whatever you have in the system, right? Something like this. Oh, okay. So this kind of addresses, these are all these are networking related, wireless communication, how you can do. See, IP address, subnet mask, gateways, all these things are required. Okay. But every device will have its own IP address, like how we have. Okay, so IP addresses you have there, the server will also have some IP address, but you don't know that IP address of this per machine, because if you have to reach, okay, these routers to help you to reach this machine means you have to give them the IP address. Okay, but you don't know the IP address, right? How you will do? What you will do now? So that is the reason why we have DNS protocol. What it does, as soon as when you enter google.com, it will go and connect your boss. Who is your boss? Your ISP, internet service provider, is creating a database and kept it like, for this domain, this is the IP address. For this domain, this is the IP address. For this domain, this is the IP address. Got it? So immediately you will come to know that, oh boss, now I am come to know. So you will be keeping this application like this only and giving it to the down layers, that is called as network layer, transport layer, data link layer. All these layers you will be putting here, you will be putting that IP address. Source IP address is your machine IP address, destination is your this thing. Now here what it will be there, we will see that. Okay, so this, whatever the domain name converted to some IP address which you have to go and communicate, right? That is called as DNS protocol, DNS application it is. Okay, that is also an application, but you don't know that is happening in the background. Whatever the browser we give the URL, right? URL means the website link. Okay, that is getting converted from the IP address, from the domain name, means the URL, to IP address, and it is used at the network layer. It is used at the network layer. For what purpose? Network layer will help us in routing the data to the right server, correct server. That is Google means only Google only it will receive that data. That it is taken care by the network layer. Transport layer, whichever the application it received, to that application only it will go. It doesn't go to anyone. Transport layer responsibility. That's why you have port number, source port, destination port. Okay, every layer is doing its own work. And application you have data link layer, from this machine to this machine to reach. Okay, you have the physical layer, that is data link layer. Okay, so different layers are doing the different work. Now let us see the application layer work. Okay, so for that what I'll do is I will launch the Firefox browser. Okay, now let us understand what is happening in the background. Okay, guys, I will be right clicking, okay, on the Firefox browser, and I have an option called as inspect. See, this is an application, right? Guys, everyone, is this an application or not? Browser is an application or not?
It is application, sir.
Yes.
Yes, now we launched an application. Okay,
Okay.
now I have something called as I would like to inspect the data, what is happening here. Okay, I've clicked on inspect. Okay, now I clicked on inspect, right? That's it. You will see something like this. Don't get scared. Go here, here something network is there, right? Click on that. Just click on network. Okay, click on the network. Very good. Now network has come. Okay, now I would like to launch Flipkart website. Okay, so Flipkart is there. Correct, right? Remember this, guys. Flipkart is there. I am clicking Flipkart. Okay, Flipkart.
Okay.
Okay, just I am clicking it. I didn't give anything HTTPS or anything. Flipkart.com. And just click it. See this particular portion, what it happens. Now your system transport layer data we are not seeing. We are seeing application layer data. Correct, right? Am I correct or not? Huh?
Yeah. Right, sir. Right, sir. Right.
Okay. See, we are seeing the application layer data. So just to see this. What happened? Yeah, let me once again. It has come. Maybe for the very first time we might have received it like that. Let me delete this data. Let me once again click it. I don't want this. I don't want HTTPS or anything. I want HTTP only. See this. Okay. Now, this is the request which I made. First packet, whatever it went. My application layer, what it is giving it to the transport layer. Let us see that first. Okay. Let us see that first. Application layer will understand. What did I say? First, you will ask request to whom? To whom you will ask request? To the server.
Server.
To provide this web page, right? Correct, right? Okay. So let us see. You sent to this request. First request, we have this only, right? Okay. I have selected the first thing. Okay. And I have seen this. What you have to do is you will be seeing like this. Okay. This one here, header is there, right? Select that and go little down. Little down. You will see something called as request headers. Just no need to worry about that. Just enable it. Okay. Now you will see some kind of information here. This is the information that is going out of your application. This much only it is going, whether you believe it or not. This much information only it is going. Okay, where it is going? It is going to Flipkart.com. Host means what is the server? Server host, server information. That is host means other system to whom, which host you would like to connect. Okay, that is Flipkart.com. Okay. What is my browser? Which browser I have used? Guys?
Mozilla.
Mozilla. Are you sure? Mozilla.
Yeah.
Where it is written Mozilla?
Firefox.
Mozilla, I am not getting anything.
Firefox.
Correct, right?
Yes.
This is at the end, there is something there. User agent. User agent means who is carrying some data. This is how the browser data looks. Browser data. I am not talking about the other applications. Browser data. So user agent. User means I am the user. Correct, right? I am sending the data request. I am sending the data request, right? Correct, right? Okay. Who is the agent working for me? Browser is working.
Browser.
Which browser? Okay, Firefox browser. The version is 81.0. I don't know whether we can get that information here.
Help about Firefox.
Yeah, 81.0. 81.0. Got it?
Yes, sir.
The browser version is 81.0. And this is 64-bit, my application. See, here 64-bit. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So user means on behalf of user, who is the agent sending this data? Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That is called as user agent. Mozilla, why this name got is, okay, earlier, very long before, maybe 20 years before you consider, no, not even 20 years, 25 years before. Okay, you take 30 years. First of all, browser was there? No browser, right? Correct, right? Where was
Yes,
the
sir.
browser? No browser before
No
30
browser.
years before. No browser at all. Okay, any communication has to happen means TCP IP communication has to happen means it will be some kind of you should have your own application to be created and no browser, nothing, no internet only 35 years before, no internet only, whether you believe it or not, no internet. Intranet
Yes, sir.
used to be there, but not
Yes,
like internet means like this web servers, all these technologies itself, it was not there. Servers were there, not like web was not there. Okay. Web came, okay, HTML, okay, developed year 1989. Correct, right? Correct,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes,
HTML
Yes,
came
yes.
sir.
only 1989. Means like 30 years before. That adoption would have happened immediately. It might have taken some 10 years, right? Correct, right? If there is any technology comes immediately, no one will immediately use it. First of all, you should have infrastructure. Everything should be there. Okay. There was no under submarine cables in connecting the different worlds. Maybe one computer to another computer, HTML, they might be created some server and they were told this will work like that. They might have told on this particular thing. Okay, HTML means I'm requesting the web page to the server, right? The data I'm getting it. The technology only came at 1989. Okay, so in 1994 or 5, some company once like after 5 years of the development came out and told that I have brought one important update that people who wants to communicate, okay, over the internet, okay, related to some information sharing or everything, okay, using the HTML, we have created some applications for them that is called as a browser. Okay, we know how to communicate with the server and we are formalizing that server how it communicating with us. Okay, they have told that those are the beginning players. Now you take the same example, like we have come up with some kind of technology, book my show, where if people wants to book the tickets, we have the technology. You just select the choose the seat numbers, whichever the theater you want. Okay, we already had an agreement with theater owners. They will be uh, like accepted for that kind of information you will tell, and you'll start your business and people start booking the tickets. Okay, correct, right? The same way he has started giving the application. Okay, every other users who are developing the servers, right? Okay, they have to farm. When people are using some browser developer, something has created, it should work. That is the only browser in the market. Servers has to develop in the same standards format. Correct, right? Whatever, however the browser works, the same way server should be able to accept the send the data to that browser understandable language. Even Microsoft did what, they asked, okay, was we also don't have anything. We will give this much money, okay, and we will take your browser. Okay, previous to that 95, Windows 95, 97, 98, something they are there, right? All those machines were coming with Firefox browser only, no Internet Explorer. Okay, then what do you know? Okay, this guy is making hell out of money. Who? This guy, who are the independent browser developer, because everyone has to come to him only, and the servers, web servers, they have to whoever have to develop their web servers for this browser to ask any web pages, right? They also have to come to me only for the technology. Okay, so he was providing the technology to everyone. He is doing well off. His name is Netscape Navigator. You remember this name anytime? Netscape Navigator browser used to be there very long back. Okay, if someone knows it, if they have
No,
used
sir.
it, okay, then Netscape Navigator. Netscape Navigator. Okay, let's see. This is the browser. See how simple it used to be. Just you have to enter your URL here and you have to click enter. And if you want to search here anything, okay, through internet, it will go and check and give you some information. But it used to be like this. Okay, it used to be so simple. The browser used to be like this. Okay, so everyone has to use these guys only. What happened? All of a sudden, this YouTube, I mean, like whatever, the Microsoft, once he bought the purchase license through him, right? Okay, he bought the source code license. Okay, he had tweaked it to certain extent. He'll use the same engine, but look and feel will be different. Okay, but look and feel will be different. But engine inside, it will be from the Netscape only. Okay, Apple came, they all also bought it. Okay, the engine, source code, entire thing. Okay, look and feel different, but it is a Safari browser. Name it as Safari browser. Okay, then what happened? If two main guys, they are providing inbuilt some browser and giving, okay, who will buy browser from Netscape? Will you buy?
No, sir.
No. These guys were charging $40 or $50 per each copy. So he got some 50 or 100 millions from each Apple and this Microsoft guys. Okay. But now Microsoft has got the code engine. Everything is there with him. He just bear some engine. He kept one dress he has created, that is Internet Explorer. He released it into the market. Got it? Okay. So Netscape, what happened? Completely got bankrupted after some time. Okay.
They bought the
Now,
source code from Netscape.
yes.
Okay.
Okay. Then what they have done is, before it was going down, okay, they have used it. I mean, like, oh, if this happens, world centralizing something should be there. Okay. One world centralizing some browsers and all some standards to be there. Okay. So we should not let Netscape. So that's why everyone, all other peoples, they funded Netscape and they made it as a public organization. Okay. It's not a some individual's organization. It has made it as a public organization. And they will, like all the big companies, they will fund that company, which is Mozilla. Then renamed it as Mozilla. Okay. They renamed it as Mozilla. So that's why you find Mozilla. Here Mozilla is there, right? Where it is? Here 5.0 version. Okay. Now I'll take Chrome. Chrome is different browser, right? Am I correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Now let us see. Chrome will take it. Okay. I don't want this. Okay. I have inspect here. Okay. Let us see. Okay. Network. Okay. All. I have. Okay. No. Okay. Something here. Okay. Let me document some HTML. Okay. Google.com I'll put. Let me clear this entire thing, whatever I have here. Okay. Where it is clear, I don't use this very often. Okay, see this. See, this is the Google request page. What is the user agent it is telling? Okay. What is the user agent? Where is the user agent? This is the request header. Okay. Where is the user agent? User agent here. Okay. Mozilla, Apple WebKit. Okay. And here it is Chrome. There will be Firefox also. Okay. Because they are taking the same branch, same stack. Firefox and Chrome might be using the same kind of stack, okay, from the Mozilla. So that's why it will be the user agent will be like this. Give me a second, guys. Okay, now, okay, give me a second. Okay, so this browser is which one? Chrome browser, correct, right? Am I correct or not? The
Yes.
data has come from Chrome. Okay, which version? 85. Let us see. 85.04183. Okay. Where it went? Okay. 85.04183. 1 to 1 something is also there. This is how you will come to know. Even Internet Explorer also, it will be like this. Okay. So after taking some break, shall we come back and start working on application layer? Okay,
Okay,
guys.
Rahul.
Sure,
Okay,
sir.
let's take half an hour break. Okay,
I've just
if
one
you have
question to
not,
ask.
yeah, go ahead, Abhishek.
So this Mozilla 5.0, it's like there is no
There is a
relevance for this.
standardized body's current version of browsers, what they have to maintain. Standardized body version.
Okay,
Mozilla
so
5.0 is the current version. Yeah,
like from
for
our
every browser.
security purpose, there is no use for this. It's just a name.
No use. Means like it is old browsers we have. I will explain all those things later. Okay, because if someone is using Mozilla 3.0 something, example I'm giving, which is very old one. Right? Get it?
Okay.
Is there is something fishy, right? Why that guy is like using in these days very old browser? Why he is using it? Data I'm getting from some old browser. Very danger, right?
Okay.
That is the reason. Okay, got it?
Okay.
Hmm? Okay, guys, let's meet up at exactly 11:05. Okay,
Sure.
IST.
Sure, sir.
Half
Sure.
an hour after that. Okay,
Okay,
bye.
okay.
Yeah, take care, guys.